My name is Lane Trinkle, and this is my patient reflection over the history portion of the SOAP note. My first patient was a basketball player running on the track. He slipped on a wet spot. He reported a pain of 4 out of 10 while walking and at rest. He also reported a previous ankle sprain on the same foot. His pain level was a 5 out of 10 when coming down the stairs. My approach to him, I came in and he was sitting on the table. I just simply asked him, "What's going on with you? Where's it hurt? How's it hurt? Describe the pain in one word," all that good stuff. The history questions weren't a big deal in this evaluation, just simply because it had happened. He hadn't had a chance to really have a history with the actual injury. I did ask him about the history of previous injuries, which he did have a previous ankle sprain. The question, that was probably the most helpful question. Another helpful question was the pain level. So we found out that it wasn't actually killing him to walk on it or anything like that. It wasn't unbearable. So we were able to assess that it wasn't anything too major. So we could rule out things like, broken tib fib and with all the other stuff like that. Things that I wish I would have asked, though, I wish I would have asked him if there was any clicking or popping, because it was at the joint. He said that he rolled it over, and so I didn't ask the mechanism, which was a big question that could have helped out a lot. With that question, I could have figured out whether he fell over his ankle laterally, or if he fell forward or medially, or how he did it, and it could have given me a better, I don't know the word here, a better eval of the actual location of the injury. My second patient was a wrestler who, over Labor Day weekend, was playing baseball on the Saturday. He came in on a Tuesday complaining of a dull pain in his right elbow. The patient rated no pain at rest, and he said he could barely notice it when he wasn't using it. He did report a 3 out of 10 pain when pressure was applied towards the medial side of the elbow. He also reported a pain of 2 out of 10 on the side lateral, or with pressure applied laterally to the elbow. The patient had injured his wrist and shoulder on the same side before. He reported no differences throughout the day, and like I said, he said he doesn't even realize it. It's injured whenever it's not in use. And the pain started on Saturday after the baseball game was over. My approach to him, he came in, he was kind of looking lost. I asked him if there was anything wrong with him. He said, yeah, my elbow kind of hurts, and we kind of went from there. The history questions that kind of guided that evaluation were where the pain was and how bad it hurt. So again, if you rated a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, we could pretty much rule out most serious injuries. And the questions those are the questions that were also very helpful. They showed us where to go with, the history and where to go with the rest of the palpations and everything like that. My third patient reported a dull pain in his right knee. He was a cross-country runner. He reported dull pain in the right knee just below the patella. It was distal and deep to the patella. The patient reported that he felt no pain while running, but random dull pains while walking occurred throughout the day. He didn't know the mechanism that caused the pain. He just knows that every now and then a step would hurt. The patient rated his pain at 4 out of 10 at the time of observation. This was actually my first patient that I evaluated solo without a preceptor asking questions. My preceptor was there guiding me, but I actually forgot to ask the actual history of injury. I didn't ask him what his pain rating was at rest, and I never asked him when the pain started. My preceptor had to cover all of those things. So my approach to him, I came in, he was sitting on the table, I asked him what was wrong, and then he told me about his pain and where it was and all that stuff. The history questions that kind of guided that evaluation were what kind of pain, and how much pain he was actually in. Same questions were helpful. That told us that, with how much pain he was in, how serious the actual injury could be or was. So I was kind of really mad that I didn't ask that question originally. Overall, I think I do a good job with my actual approach to the patient. I feel like I make them feel comfortable. I wish that I would ask more questions, but I found myself over the first couple subjects that I evaluated, I'd be looking over my preceptor, trying to get hints towards where I should go with the eval, with not knowing really palpations or special tests or anything like that. Like, I kind of felt lost once I hit a snag in my eval, because while watching my preceptors' evals, they would be doing special tests and ROM and stuff while also asking questions. So yeah, knowing special tests and learning that over the course of the next few years is going to help, I think, with the evals. Another way that I would like to improve on is not having to think about it so much on what to ask. Like, when I watch my preceptors, the questions just kind of flow out. They know exactly what to ask, the order they're going to ask it, all that good stuff. So that's where I think I'm at. And I think that I'm getting better.